You hear the word finance, and let's be honest, your brain probably pictures some super complicated world that's only for bankers, right? But it's not. It's actually pretty simple. It's all about understanding the rules of the game so you can make your hard earned money work for you, not against you. So let's break down the 5 simple rules you need to know to start winning. Does this sound familiar? You're working hard, you're bringing in a decent paycheck, but when you look at your bank account at the end of the month, you're just like, where did it all go? It feels like it just vanishes into thin air. Well, I'm here to tell you, you are not alone. And it's definitely not magic. There's a real reason it's happening. And this quote from the source material for this explainer just says it all, doesn't it? If you don't understand how money works, the economy will show you shage. For anyone who doesn't know, shage is Nigerian pidgin for a really, really tough time. And that's the truth. If you don't know the rules of the money game, the system can feel brutal. But here's the good news. The rules are not that complicated. Let's start with the #1 reason your money seems to be disappearing.
Okay, rule number 1. We've got to talk about inflation, or what I like to call the leaky pocket syndrome. It's this invisible thing that's making your money worth less and less over time, even if the number in your bank account doesn't change one bit.
To really wrap your head around this, let's use a super simple example. Something we all see and feel every day. The price of a loaf of bread. I mean, just look at this. The story is right here on the screen. 5 years ago, you could get a nice loaf of Ejika bread in Nigeria for about 200 naira. Today, that same loaf is going to cost you over 1,000 naira. Now, did the bread get 5 times bigger or 5 times more delicious? No way. Your money just got 5 times weaker. So here's the best way to think about it. Inflation is literally a hole in your pocket. It's invisible, but it's there, and every single day, the value of your cash is just leaking out, bit by bit. So if all you're doing is saving cash, you are guaranteed to be losing your buying power. And that brings us to the first big rule of the game. It is not enough to just save your money anymore. You must put your money somewhere it can grow. And it has to grow faster than the price of bread and fuel and rent is rising. Which conveniently leads us right into our next rule. So let's talk about Rule 2, because this is the answer to inflation. This is how you win. It's all about understanding the absolute magic of compound interest. This is how you stop just patching the hole in your pocket and start building a much, much bigger one. Let's use another really powerful analogy here. Let's talk about a maize seed. Imagine you have one single seed. Now you've got 2 choices. You can eat it right now and get one small meal, or you could plant it. And this is where the magic happens. You plant that one little seed, and it grows into a cob with hundreds of new seeds. Then you take those hundreds of seeds and plant them. Pretty soon you've got a whole farm, all from that one single seed. That is exactly how your money works when you invest it. Your first investment makes a profit, and then that profit starts making its own profit. So, the rule here is a complete shift in how you think. Most of us are taught to save up our money so we can buy something later. This rule says forget that. Don't just save to spend. You need to save to invest. That way your money starts having babies, and then those babies has their own babies. That, my friends, is how you build real wealth. Okay, so we know we need to invest our money seeds, but that brings up the $1,000,000 question. What do we actually invest in? Well, rule number 3 is all about understanding the massive difference between assets and liabilities. This is so important. This example with the car just makes it crystal clear. An asset puts money into your pocket. A liability takes money out of your pocket. Simple as that. The very same car can be either one. If you buy a car just to look cool, it's a liability. It's constantly sucking money out for fuel, for repairs, for everything else. But if you take that exact same car and use it for a ride-sharing service, well, now it's an asset, actively putting cash back in your pocket. And that right there, that's the whole secret. That's the fundamental difference. The road to getting wealthy is all about buying more and more assets, things that pay you. The road to financial struggle is paved with buying liabilities that look good but are secretly draining you dry. All right, you're doing it. You're buying assets, things are looking good, but there's a sneaky trap a lot of people fall into, and that's not understanding liquidity. So rule number 4 is all about making sure you can actually get to your cash when you desperately need it. Just imagine this for a second. It's a scary scenario. You own a valuable piece of land, so on paper, you're a millionaire. But then, bam, an emergency hits. The hospital needs 200,000 naira, and they need it now. That land is worth a lot, for sure, but you can't just shave off a corner of it to pay the bill, can you? And that's all liquidity is. It's not some fancy financial term. It's just about how fast you can turn your stuff into cold, hard, spendable cash when life throws you a curveball. Land is a great asset, but it takes time to sell, which means it has low liquidity. So our fourth rule is all about balance. Yes, you need those long-term investments that are going to grow, like land or stocks, but you absolutely must have an emergency fund of liquid cash, in a simple savings account that you can get to immediately, no questions asked. And that brings us to our final rule, number 5. And this is a mental model that will completely change how you look at every single naira you spent. It's about understanding what you're really truly giving up. Just look at this choice. You've got 50,000 naira. Option 1, you throw a great party, have a fun night out with your friends. Awesome for a few hours. Then the money is just gone. Option 2, you take that same 50K and you start a small POS business that could bring in 2,000 naira a day. You see, the cost of that party wasn't just the 50K you spent. The real cost was the little money-making machine you gave up the chance to own. So the rule is to build this question into your brain. Before you buy anything, just pause and ask yourself, what else could this money be doing for me? And there you have it. Those are the 5 core rules. It's easy to look at these as just a list of tips, but I want you to see this as your new personal playbook for winning the game of money. Let's run it back one last time real quick. Number 1, beat inflation. Don't just save, you gotta invest. Number 2, plant your money seeds. Let that compound interest do the heavy lifting for you. 3, buy assets that pay you, not liabilities that drain you. 4, stay liquid, have that emergency cash ready to go. And 5, always watch the opportunity cost. What are you giving up with every purchase? Look, money is a game, and when you don't know the rules, it's really easy to lose. But now you know. By understanding just these 5 ideas, you are already way ahead of most people. You have the playbook. So the only question left is, which rule are you going to put into action first?